So next week, I'm gonna be away for a complete 5 days solitude in a Buddhist temple, and from Monday all the way to Friday, I think Saturday I'm checking out. I'm gonna be staying without any distractions, absolutely, no internet or any other thing. I'm scared and nervous, but at the same time, I'm very curious because for the first time ever, I'm going to be staying with some wise people like monks. I'll be having only one meal a day, and I'm going to be basically self-inquiring. So really understanding what are these thoughts, who I really am. Or for example, am I really made out of my thoughts, or is there more to this? So for example, I have so many different thoughts all throughout the day. But is it really me, and do I make my decisions based on the thoughts I get, or do I make my decisions based on the plan I make for myself? There's a lot to really know about me. I don't know. I think I'm scared because it's going to be so difficult to really stay alone with my own self without any distractions for so long. Haven't done anything like this. Stay with me and let's explore what it's going to be. Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ritesh Chawla. This channel is specifically created just to share my life journey, and maybe if I could help anybody along the way, which obviously are, facing the problems with their physical health, financial, mental or spiritual health. So really, apart from this, I do run a successful business called Made to Measure. So if you want to really go to madetomeasure.co.uk, you will see what we do. Essentially, we specialize in home improvements and fitted furniture. So when I say home improvements, we do extensions, loft conversions, home refurbs, side extensions. When it comes to fitted furnitures, we do like kitchens, fitted wardrobes, understay units, any kind of really fitted furniture within a house. So that's about that. Apart from this, I do run a small IT company which is run remotely. It's called itworld.london. What it does is it really helps customers to utilize their digital presence and maximize their sales. So we help customers in either, obviously, it depends what they're struggling with. It could be search engine optimization or, Google My Business listings, and obviously having their online presence and making sure they're converting the leads and really helping them with the CRM, which could also be a very good tool for businesses who really need help. So that's about this, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. So let's talk about the Body Vitals. So obviously it's been 11 weeks now. I've been absolutely away from no sugar, no meat, no alcohol and no smoking. I feel amazing. But I think a lot of the people think that I'm doing this to lose weight or pretty much other things. Not really. I mean, if I had to lose weight, I'd probably focus on having less number of calories and burning more calories. But that's not the idea. The idea was to get rid of some of the bad habits I had, which was smoking and maybe drinking alcohol often and having non-vegetarian food and other things which are not really great for your body on a regular basis. So obviously, looking at my numbers, my blood sugar, as you can see, is 5.3, which is absolutely fine. I mean, anything below 5.6 is an absolutely fine. I mean, if you look at it, I started with 6.3 as the worst one, which was pre-diabetic. So I'm really happy with the blood sugar. If you look at the blood pressure, I started with 167, which is quite high actually, my blood pressure, the systolic and the diastolic. And at the moment, I am at 128 by 83. It should be ideally below 120, but I think when I start exercising and looking at my diet and take it more seriously, my blood pressure is gonna go even low. I think probably my blood pressure is still high, is not that high actually. It's been a lot better, mainly because of the other stuff which I've left. It's gonna get a lot better is when I'm assuming I'll have a higher triglyceride still in my body, which I think is to do with exercise and getting a proper diet in place. But again, I didn't want it to go extreme with everything. So that's that. My body weight, is 80 kilograms almost. I mean, I started with 85. I'm still happy in 11 weeks. I've reduced quite a bit. I mean, I started with a bit of a frenzy, really, leaving almost losing 1 kg a week. But then obviously the body now have started to settle down with the new me. And I'm going to carry on reducing weight, maybe after the 100 days, because I don't want to go extreme and go guns blazing and maybe, run across a wall. So that's why. But I think after this, I'm going to probably look at a diet plan maybe. I have a couple of really good friends who's going to help me make a diet plan, and obviously focusing a bit more on exercise on a daily basis. But I didn't want it to go all in at the same time. So that's the reason why. But really happy with the numbers so far. I'm feeling really good. And obviously this is about a mental week, so I'm going to be focusing on my mental health after this. So speaking about mental health, this is what the plan is. I have already booked myself in to stay at a Buddhist temple, which is in Hainstead, not that far from where I live, for a week. So I'm going to be checking in on Monday and checking out on Saturday. Now, the great part is that I'm going to be living absolutely simple monk life for these 5 days or so, which means I'm not going to have access to any internet, any people as such. And I'm assuming I'll be getting to know the monks a little bit. And obviously they usually have one meal a day, which is about 11 o'clock in the morning. And they don't have anything all day, every day. So I'm assuming I'm going to follow that routine. I have fasted before, so I should be okay with that pattern. But the scary part is that I'm going to be staying with my own self. I'm too scared about my own self. Why? If you want to see this, try this out. Just one morning, wake up, switch off your phone, switch off all the other distractions, and stay with your own self in a room for about half a day. You'll understand. You'll probably go crazy because the amount of thoughts we get are just crazy. So really getting to know your own thoughts and your own thinking pattern is a bit haunting for me, because obviously what I'll learn is the thought would come in and go, and I'm going to just acknowledge them and not really act on it, which is a bit of a big task for somebody who lives in a city life like myself. So really, really looking forward to that. I'm not expecting myself to turn out wise after the 5 days, but I think it's going to definitely give me a bit of an insight, because we all have episodes of mood swings. We all have episodes of anger. Anger is a big one, actually, especially for me, because in this diet, there had been some episode where all of a sudden I bursted out with anger. And it is probably an accumulation, maybe a little bit of frustration, because as you know, financially I'm still in debt and I'm trying to work myself around it. That could be another reason. Physical health is not great, could be another reason. There could be many other reasons on an emotional level. So I'm obviously not aware of exactly what are the things happening in my life. So I'm going to be actually sitting and acknowledging all of that. And the best part is that I have nowhere or nobody to show my anger or my depression or my anxiety or many other words we call it to anybody. So I'm going to have to acknowledge it and live with it and try and find a way. The cool thing I've understood is, I don't know about anybody else because I can't really get into anybody's head. But what I've understood about myself is the thoughts are really a melodrama. They come, they appear, they make it sound big, like make you upset or make you happy and all the rest of it. But it's all temporary. Really, I mean, you see, I don't know about your life. My life has been lots and lots of ups and downs, but nothing really stayed. So is earning money, buying things, or having attachment with amazing things, or is that what the life is all about? I don't know. But I'm not expecting to know the answer in just 5 days. But I am looking forward to it. Probably the only thing I'll probably gain from it is maybe in the wisdom of some wise monks, I'll probably gain a bit more knowledge. And the other thing I'm looking to gain is maybe a little bit of a more disciplined life and a bit of meditation practices, which I could use it for the rest of my life. These are the things I'm expecting. It's a very quiet and serene place. So I'm really hoping they allow us and we can just show you a bit of a glimpse of that area. Really serene. I mean, again, I'm not religious. It's not that I love Buddhism and I hate all the other religions. No. I absolutely admire and respect all religions of the world. I think it's not easy for those religions to go in such mass numbers. So there must be something. But the only thing I don't know is I don't know. I don't know is there God, and I also don't know there is God. So I'd rather just say foolish and learn as much as I can. So really, the only reason why I chose the Buddhist temple is, I live and reside in the UK. There were temples, there are churches, there are gurdwaras around me, there are mosques around me. But I think none of these establishments allow you to stay overnight for that many days, or to stay and get to know the priest, or to get to know the patiji, or to stay and get to know the panditji, if it's a temple, or to get to know the Maulvi, or the person who's in charge of the mosque. I don't think there is. But in Buddhist, it just came up, and I just inquired, and they accepted me. So this is great. I mean, obviously the great start, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'll be more than happy to absolutely share my experience along with everybody, and it'll be really delightful if I could change anybody's life, or if I could give anybody some information or some kind of help which will improvise their own life. So yeah, that's all about it, and stay with me and I'll update you on the next weekend.